James Flaherty. 8 years ago, Jimmy says, "Let's get the class of '65 together." We did. He didn't. He didn't show. Jimmy had lived in England for many years and had become part of the landed gentry. The guys on the basketball team say I never passed them the ball, but I did pass the ball to Jimmy once. He shot it and made the basket. But Brother Jerome beat the shit out of him anyway. I was just trying to protect you, Jimmy. Here we have Dr. Frank Olson. He always said that Big Brother Raymond, who taught physics and beatings, was misunderstood. Maybe he thought that because the yearbook says he was in the diocesan research group. What was that, Frank? After conquering the medical field, Frank has become a movie producer. Most of his actors have real speaking parts. Next is Charles Devine. He has been one of the stalwarts of the class of '65. His is a long trip, but he always shows up. He made it down to one of the reunions from upstate, when a little rain and snow kept most of you membroids home. He likes to be called Goat Boy.
He also is the proprietor of a bed and breakfast.
Here we have Mike Moriarty. Mike has always been the quietest. He works now on the Russian front, doing wheels and deals. Nothing to do with weapons-grade plutonium rods, I hope. It saddens my heart that he would be another lawyer, but he is. Ah, jeez. And next to him is Steve King. Steve is a brother firefighter and an insurance broker and flies a plane. He sold me a life insurance policy. He won't tell me who the beneficiary is, but he always wants to take me for a plane ride. What's up with that, Steve? Here is John Glynn. He is the second quietest guy. He works in a very clandestine government job. He crunches numbers, or perhaps people. Don't piss him off. Here is Dan Cronin. I never passed him the ball either, but Danny says he just wanted to run up and down the court faster than anyone. He says he passed me the ball a lot, but if memory serves me right, the ball always hit me in the back of the head. Danny comes to these reunions whenever he wants, whether a scheduled day or not. He's the best. Anthony Scotto, another damn lawyer, very quiet. Rumor has it that he bought Long Island last week. Never misses a chance to zing me in an email. I never mess with him because he may be the Tony Scotto from the docks. Next is Frank Arenado. Mike Marino thinks this guy is Frankie Valli. I love you, baby. He still looks like he can hold on to the title of Best Dancer, 1965. Hasn't gained a pound since high school. Here we have William Braun. Billy can tap any phone line if and when he wants to. He brought back some ordnance from Vietnam and knows where everybody lives. Ray Albule. Do you really need 2 A's? Always wanted to be a pastor. Well, you've got some flock assembled here, Ray. Ray, prime mover. Thanks. Bobby Hanover, the gentle giant of the basketball team. I never passed him the ball either. We were firefighters together in different places and went to the same bars on the Jersey Shore. Enough said, right, Bobby? He is marrying off 2 kids in 2009. Ray, make sure he pays. Alexander Bresnick. On the basketball team. Never passed him the ball either. Brez thinks he got most of our rebounds with his 2-inch vertical leap. Little did we know that those same feet make him a sought-after tango dancer and teacher in Buenos Aires. What does Buddha say, Brez? Brian Konichiwa Smith. Brian lived in Japan for many years. We sent him there to bring our 2 countries together because of his background in interpersonal relationships in the financial field. He made a lot of money, but they sent him back. And by the way, I never passed the ball to Brian either. He wasn't even on the team. But Brother Jerome beat the shit out of him anyway. Russell Mirabile, another lawyer. Russell was the class wit in senior year. It paved the way for his flying to the top of lawyering. Back then I remember him juggling 12 projects at the same time. I bet he still does. I hope he remembers he promised to defend me in court one day, if need be. Salvatore Mulia. Sal owns all the villas in Tuscany, Italy. If you want to rent a villa in Toscana, you have to go through Sal. Sal's muscle is not with him tonight, so don't be afraid. Vinny, the Sicilian Judge Coppola, and Dom, the box Zeno, have another contract tonight. You get my drift? Robert George. By George, he did show up. Another broker of insurance, but more importantly, a broker of men. I overheard Robert George telling Tom Rooney not to let the price of the reunion dinner keep him from attending. He would foot the bill until he got back on his feet again. Good man, Bobby. Gerard Cooney, the president of the class of 65. He never really did get impeached, you know. All the monks love this guy. He flies all over the world nowadays, buying and selling companies. He still finds time to be on the reunion committee and still busts all our chops.
Oh, wait, wrong gathering. Sorry. Hi, I'm Pete Begley. I hope you've enjoyed this little video of the class of 65 St. Augustine's reunion. This is the 9th time we've met, always in December. This year it was at Chadwick's restaurant in Bay Ridge. I hope we have many more and hope we improve on these videos. Any reproduction of all pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this disc is expressly and strictly prohibited. I always wanted to say that. I want to thank everybody who came, and we would be remiss if we didn't mention a few guys who always show up, But for various and sundry reasons, they didn't this time. I'd like to mention Tom Cantwell. He couldn't make it because his HIP was annoying him. But remember, Tommy, when your son is on the Yankees, we, all of us, the class of '65, want box seats. Can you hook us up, Tom? There's also Pete Colgan, Captain Wonderful. Got stuck on an island without a reefer. What does that mean? There's Rich Boccieri. Rich, the psychologist, he laid down on the couch with one of his clients and he fell asleep. Go figure. There's Vinnie Coppola. Vinnie was holed up somewhere down south, completing his new book entitled Me and Somebody at the Movies on Saturdays. Good luck with that, Vin. Remember about the slippery slope. And then there's Joe Enright. Joe is the guy with the Argyle socks. Or does he live in Argyle Heights? I forget. But if you could picture Joe, you will understand and know that he always leaves the reunion and directly goes to the North Pole. This time he went to the North Pole first. We'll see you again. I know it, Joe. Then there's Dom Zeno. Dom Zeno was too busy haberdashering around. You know, he owns Calvin Klein. Oh, Calvin Klein may own him. Just kidding, Dom. You know, Dom Zeno is the muscle for Scotto. You know, the guy from the docks. He is the busiest or dizziest guy I know. But he always finds time to help us round up the Lancers. I hope we see them all next year, and I hope we have some more guys show up to the 10th reunion. And lastly, each evening from December to December, before you drift to sleep upon your cot, think back on all the tales that you remember of Lancer. Ask every man if he has heard the story, and tell him loud and clear if he has not, that once there was a spot, a most enchanting spot, that was known as Lancelot. Thank you, and stay safe out there.